yeah. It's Wiseman. It's Wiseman time.
Welcome back to
Wiseman
time.
That's the intro.
Okay.
We have a special guest for you, but before we introduce our guests, I want to introduce my co-host.
What are you introducing me for?
Okay, I'll introduce my other co-host, Jean-Pierre Pouillet.
Hey.
We got Patrick Sermon.
Hey, what's up?
And I'm Zach Van Gestel. And joining us today for another round of the Wise Time, give it up for Russell Douglas.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I love how disciplined the crowd is. They just all stop at the same
They're
exact
very obedient.
Yeah, they're all Chinese people.
What's up, man? How's it going?
What's going on, man? You know, I thought we were recording.
Before?
Yeah, but I mean, this does feel a lot more professional than like a podcast now. That
Yeah, we played 3 sound clips, so now you know that we're in it.
Yeah. Now it's a show.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So
Do I need these?
you don't need the headphones. All you need to do is know how to talk into a microphone, and then we'll tell you if you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
do know how to talk into a microphone.
Yeah, well, you seem good at it.
That's good.
Is the bun? No offense to the hairstyle. Is the bun blocking?
It is. It's in the wrong space.
Oh, dude, did our hair and makeup guy not prep you on this?
What's your fucking hair and makeup department fuck this up so bad for me, huh?
I don't know. He's Chinese too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have got me some special air traffic controller headphones like Zach.
Yeah, Russell says my headphones make me look like I'm fat, but
Some control tower somewhere is lacking.
Here's the thing, if you don't know,
equipment.
Zach is not fat. It's like a weird optical illusion. Like he puts the headphones on
yeah.
and he looks fat. It's like
Right, these headphones, no one's ever said that. Do these headphones make me look fat?
I think it's because the headphones match your shirt, so they make you look broader overall.
They also squeeze my head, so maybe it's like
It's squeezing your
Squeezing-
head fat into your
squeezing my
it's like-
cheeks out.
It's like maybe that's it. It's giving you like kind of like a young
like a balloon
like
effect.
like a John Candy.
He was very funny.
He was
Died
hilarious guy.
of overdose.
I think I even said that one night when I brought you on stage. I said you look like a slim John Candy.
Oh, okay.
Like if he was never as slim as you, but if he was,
Yeah.
there's like a
appreciate
resemblance there, and in a good way. I
Hey,
don't mean
well,
that as any kind of.
He
insult.
wasn't ugly.
No, he was a nice look. If he would have been, in
What,
shape.
skinnier,
Well, not even skinnier, just
more healthy?
just a little healthier.
Yeah. Maybe not the excessive use of narcotics.
Nah, you see.
No, it's
That's-
probably all the food that made him fat. I don't think the narcotics made him fat.
That's true.
That's
You know,
something
it's
me and Candy have in
It's
common.
like Farley. Like I don't think the cocaine is what made him fat.
No.
Cocaine usually doesn't do
Yeah,
that.
usually it does not make you fat.
If you do enough cocaine, then you can get used to it, and then you can still eat. You know.
Yeah.
If you're just like a glutton, it's
Yeah,
not about the drugs.
No,
it's just
totally.
yeah.
I mean, and that's like a lot of because I smoke so much weed that like I don't get like it works as like almost like an appetite suppressant for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year did you start smoking weed? And also, how old are you?
Because you look like you could be 19
Dude, what?
or 89.
Oddly enough, that's the year I was born. I started smoking weed when I was the first time I smoked weed. I was 16. But
16.
But I didn't. I wasn't like a regular. Yeah. We were on a church ski trip in Colorado,
Oh.
and had to smoke weed.
Oh yeah. I know
You know-
exactly what that's like going on a church ski trip.
I'm honestly surprised you started that late.
Yeah.
You seem like a lifelong.
Yeah.
And also, it was a Christian school, or Christian trip, like a bunch of
It was a
churchgoers.
church. Yeah, it was a church.
Where did y'all get the weed from?
Dude, so my buddy,
Some
it was like the
heathen?
senior ski trip. So my buddy, I was a junior and he was a senior.
In high school?
Yeah, in high school. And he had an older,
16 years old, junior in college,
Yeah,
going
junior
on
college,
on a Christian ski trip.
yeah, so he had an older brother who was like, dude,
Oh my god.
there's a ghost. What's going on?
JP's apartment complex is just full of night crawlers.
JP lives in a haunted fucking labyrinth. This place,
For
dude. I was like-
the listeners, the curtains are open in the window, and JP's elderly neighbor walked up, and then Russell says, "Is that a ghost?"
She's ghastly.
Dude, she's 47.
I know. I went to high school with her. I can't believe how poorly she has aged.
Okay, all right.
So, you went to this Christian
Yeah, so
trip.
it was a ski trip, and so yeah, my buddy's older brother was like, "Hey, y'all gotta smoke some weed while you're in Colorado," because this is in the fucking 90s when like you couldn't just get good weed here,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it was difficult.
Smoking weed was cool back then.
It was hard to find good weed.
Yeah.
People were still smoking dirty ditch weed with seeds and stems and shit. And so I had never seen like real bud until we went out there. So we just rode. I think we were in Breckenridge. And they have like a fucking little trolley that just drives around town. And so we just rode it till we saw some guy that looked like a pothead.
How could you tell he was a user? He was long hair, fucking.
No, dude. Well, this is in the 90s in Colorado. So he was wearing a Patagonia fleece. Right?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is? No. Yeah, you fucking child. And
Patagonia is very nice.
Okay, good for it.
And he had like the fucking the college team hat with the fucking bangs. You know what I'm talking about?
Dead
Like,
giveaway.
Yeah. And then and then of course he had a backpack, and he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't good. He wasn't those fucking students.
Right. And so it was literally the first person we asked. Right? We were like,
he's like, "Oh yeah, totally,
that guy
dude."
probably has. Well, no, at first he was like, because we were fucking children. So at first,
why would you do that? That's horrible.
He was like, "Nah, man, I can't." And so then he started talking to us and found out we were on a church trip, and he was like, "Oh fuck, I got to give these guys some weed." So
Yeah.
he sold us weed.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Steered you down that path, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of made you stray away from the flock a little.
But your friends were all like, they all smoked already.
Well, no, it was only the one friend who had the older brother was like the guy who had done, So
Yeah.
like I had never.
He's the pot guy.
Yeah, he knew what to do. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know. We got it, and I was like, "What do we do with it now?" And he's like, "We gotta go buy a pipe." And so we like.
How'd you feel about it afterwards, smoking on a church trip? Did you feel guilty? Did you pray about it?
God, no, dude.
No?
No, dude. It changed my life.
The last time you ever went to church?
No, dude. I was like, it was.
It's something special, huh?
Yeah, it was like
your first time.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
we were on the side of this mountain, and the fucking sun was setting over the valley. And it was all like.
Did y'all kiss?
Yeah, dude. We all like snuggled up, and it was a church trip.
How
so
many
we
people
kept
on the
it
trip?
PG.
Like how many people? Or like the entire group?
Oh, dude, it was like 50.
50 people. So
40
how many
something.
got down? And like it was just you and two other people, right?
Dude,
Wasn't
it was me and my two friends, and we didn't know at the time, but I found out later. I became friends with one of the other dudes later because he plays music. Yeah. And I found out that him and his two friends were fucking got weed and were high the whole time, and it was kind of you're like, well, damn, we could have all been hanging out.
Yeah.
It's funny though. It's like two ships smoking in the night.
No, but we did. Looking back on it, I can't believe nobody was suspicious because we were acting like fucking dumbass teenagers that got stoned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like we. We come in the evening and they have like a big buffet and they have all this food and we were just, stupid about it. You know, like I remember the buddy I brought who had never smoked weed before, he was from Brazil. He was like, had come to my high school on like a soccer exchange program. And he was funny as shit, but he didn't know shit about church. He didn't give a fuck about anything. He just wanted to go skiing. He'd never seen snow.
Yeah. He was doing it for the social aspect of it.
And he was like, there's all kind of hoes going to church. You know?
There are hoes at church, man.
There are definitely always hoes at church.
That's nice.
But yeah, no, we came in and that motherfucker walked over to the food where all the food was, and he got a whole pie. Like they had pies and shit where you take a slice.
Yeah.
Motherfucker got a whole pie and went and
ate it
sat
with his
down, and
hands.
he's just eating there giggling, dude, just giggling like red-eyed and shit. It's like looking back, you're like, dude, I can't believe they weren't like, we gotta search y'all's room,
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of innocent. That's all fun and games and hijinks. Not a lot of people pissed off. I didn't get no fucking pie.
How
right?
much?
Nobody cared.
How much trouble do you think you would have got in? I mean, they would have told your parents.
Oh yeah, they would have told our parents.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Would they
like-
send you to hell?
Yeah, they would have told us we were probably going to hell.
Pray the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
Yeah, now you're closer to God than ever.
That's right.
Yeah. Very nice. So, did you went skiing? You actually got on the fucking skis and shit? You can ski?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was the '90s, so I snowboarded.
Snowboarded.
Hell
Nice.
yeah. That's a very stoner move.
Yeah, you got to, right? You can't get high and ski like some fucking.
That should have been their first tip
Yuppie.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, slam some powder, you know? Get out there in the fresh.
Skiing does.
Powder.
I bet you could snowboard.
He's a
I
skier.
can get down the slope, but I'm not good at all. Like I'll do shit that looks cool completely accidentally, and I'll be
Right.
scared the whole time.
Yeah. No.
But no, I'm not a good snowboarder. I'm a worse skier, but I'm not good.
No, skiing's like hard. It's too much shit.
Skiing's
to
really
keep
hard.
up with,
My
dude.
dad's like wicked good at
poles
skiing, and he was so disappointed. Like, he tried to take me skiing when I was a kid. And he's like, "Why are you bad at this?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Because you never fucking taught me. Like I'm born knowing how to do it."
Oh,
It's
Disappointment to your father.
yeah.
A stern.
So I remember it was the
disappointment to me,
first
JP.
time. It was the first time he was like upset with me. I was like, "Dude,
You told me you were gay. Now go down the slope on skis. Skiing is gay as fuck, dude. It is the
rollerblading.
it's the
of-
roller yeah,
It
of
is.
snow.
It is. Well, I mean, let's be.
They actually make
ice
rollerblades
skating-
on snow."
Ice skating really is the rollerblading.
That's true.
No, that requires talent right there, you know?
I don't know. I like the costumes they wear.
Yeah, I mean, snow skiing is kind of like the water skiing of snow. It's still gay, but
You're right.
it's some shit you'd see in Orlando. You know,
It's only cool to stand sideways whenever you're moving forward. Everyone knows that.
you gotta just one board. You don't need two things.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's
The,
fucking silly.
the more things you add, the gayer the sport is.
Yeah, and the poles. You get a fucking
Yeah.
mini poles.
I mean, there's a whole joke about that, you know.
Well, you mean the
Yeah.
poles in your hands
Alpine
you use?
skiing.
What poles?
You and a buddy ever take a girl alpine skiing? That sounds like something you would do too, JP.
I have not ever taken a girl alpine skiing.
Okay.
Yeah, you have.
I haven't. I told you I'm terrible at skiing. Why would I take a girl to see me be terrible
This
at
guy.
something?
It's a euphemism.
Yeah,
A whatever you say it. You fucking idiot. It's a euphemism. It's a euphemism.
It's euthanasia.
Fucking moron doesn't know anything.
Alpine skiing. It's when a girl sits between two guys and she jerks them both off at the same time.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
No, I haven't done that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I hope not. It's gay as fuck.
That's pretty gay.
But he has done it with a guy in the middle.
It cancels out that way. It becomes straight.
Yeah. If you have two guys having sex with each other, that's gay. If you add another one, it cancels it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's math. It's just,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That's how negatives work.
That's why this show works.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Truly, yeah.
Is it all that negativity? It just kind of ricochets a little. Also, fucking two people wearing flannel shirts. This is a first. It's a little strange.
There's no way
Can't-
that's a first.
Yeah.
I
It
was
can't
gonna
be a
say, I feel like
first.
Zach wears flannel a lot. JP
Yeah.
wears flannel.
I actually wore two flannels on one episode. So
Oh, that is true. You're layering up. You had a
It's
cold night.
It is actually cold too.
A little bit.
So
It was cold this morning. It was like 22 degrees.
I mean, I'm more interested in why.
we're not doing the Weather Channel, okay?
I'm more interested in why you're dressed like you work at fucking
Target?
Sears Roebuck and Company.
Sell me a vacuum.
It's the court date I just came from, dude. A lot of
Dude, was your crotch ripped in your pants when
Yeah.
you were in court?
You know what's sad about this? These pants have been ripped in the same spot for like 6 months.
Did you
and I
know-
just don't fix it.
You know what would have been the best power move? Would have been to wear those with no underwear to court. With that fucking hole in your crotch and just sat there like.
Somebody saw my vagina
Showing
and they're
the-
like, "Get him out of here!"
This is going to be the weed episode, guys. All right.
Is it?
Yeah.
You got a weed story
when was,
for us?
When was the first time? You want me to tell a story? I'll tell a story.
Yeah, tell us a nice weed story.
Which one should I tell?
An entertaining one.
one time I got scared.
That was last night. I don't know. The first time I got high. It's not the first time I smoked weed, but the first time I got high was I hotboxed a car.
Yeah.
And, like,
Alone?
No, it was with my friend. It was
Okay.
my friend. It was at my house, and my friend came over, and he had some weed. Oh, like we had just started smoking good weed too. Like I never got high off of like shitty weed before that, and and we got some good weed one night, and it was a guy from this guy named Chris, and he was like, I got a gram for $25. It was back in those days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And my buddy was like, how much is a gram? Because all we ever bought was like shit weed, and I was like, I think it's like a lot of weed, because he said $25, and I handed him the money, and he hands me this fucking bag, and I was like, I just got ripped off. And we took it back up to the apartment that he was living at, and we got high, dude. We got so fucking high. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. So no, that wasn't the first time I got high.
Oh, then
The first time I got high
That's
was
just the most entertaining story about you getting high.
no, it's not. It's not the most entertaining story either. I don't really have an entertaining story about me getting high.
I don't think anybody does.
I was gonna say, and kid, that's why you don't. That's why you don't smoke.
'Cause it's all like internal, whatever happiness you had during the moment, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you gonna share that with anybody?
No,
it's a selfish thing being high, I think.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
was the first time I got good weed. The first time I got high was not off good weed. So I sorry, I apologize.
It was off of. It was off of
It's okay.
I smoked
we forgive you, Zach. It's all right.
I don't know. I don't know how I can. I don't know how I can. Perform after this. after the lie I just told everybody. But what was that you just hit?
Weed.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is the weed episode. I forgot.
No, go on. What was your story?
First time I got high, I hotboxed the car with my friend. We parked across the street from my house because that house was empty. So we just sat in the driveway and hotboxed.
Because you didn't want to get caught, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were trying to be, quiet
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
You didn't want your parents finding out.
Yeah, we couldn't smoke outside. That's too obvious. So we got high in his car, and we were like stereotypical, like put on Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh.
And
What? That's
It's a
great
good
album.
song, but yeah, it's
great
fucking, it is kind of cringe. Like, that is like a cliche thing. To
yeah,
listen
that's
to.
what I mean. It's like it's so stereotypical of like from anybody who was born in the 70s on.
Yeah.
We were basically just
Did y'all watch Cheech and Chong?
I did watch Cheech and Chong the first time I got high.
actually after we got inside.
Yeah, why not?
We watched Moesha on the But dude, I got so fucking scared whenever I was getting high. I was scared. and like if you guys ever listen to the album, the first track is like the overture, right? It's all the different themes in the out throughout the album. Mm-hmm. There's like a witch screaming, and I was like, dude. So we
that thing where it's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So we listened to the album. I mean, we were listening to like the last song of the album, and then it repeated, and then that's whenever I was like really fucking baked.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, you hear like the fucking witch screaming, and I'm seeing shadows on the garage in front of me.
yeah.
And yeah, I asked my friend, like, dude, can I get out of this car? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, good. I just wanted to know I could get out of the car. And I just stayed in the car.
I fuck it. I'll contribute to the conversation. Like I remember the first movie I watched when I was high. It was Super Troopers. That's a stoner
Pretty good
movie.
one.
Yeah,
that's
stoner movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Some people it's half baked, and
Yeah. Is that
Grandma's
yours?
Boy is a good stoner movie.
I honestly don't remember the first movie I watched.
Was it Gone with the Wind, you old bastard?
No, it was Casablanca. You fuck.
It was a silent movie.
Fucking yeah, man. Fucking drugs and stuff, dude. Not talking about it. Just it's bringing back so many memories. Drugs, hard drugs like marijuana.
Hard drugs.
Yes. Jesus.
Yeah.
I take 2 aspirin. I'm out for the night.
Yeah. Dude, you remember? Sorry, that was. Do you remember fucking Sean? What was his name? Sean Parr.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember he did comedy for like not even a year. And
He had a
was-
hot wife.
He was funny as shit, and he just fucking.
Yeah.
But he had some bit about that like getting fucked up on Tylenol PM or so. That shit. He was funny, dude. He was one of those dudes. He showed up and like you could tell. He was funny almost out the gate.
Yeah, he was like a really funny black comic.
And but he was a white guy.
Yeah.
but it worked. It's still like he did it. You know what I mean? It was,
Yeah.
It was funny.
I always liked that guy.
And he just fucking he got married and he just quit coming.
He was just like I think he was just
I
like
I can't say shit. I barely ever go, but
he was more or less like probably this scene isn't for me, you know.
You guys really let this scene go to shit when me and Tony left.
Oh,
God.
really? Did we? Is it shit now? Is it total shit now because you're not here and doing stuff?
No, it's just not as much of a fun hang.
It did go downhill.
The hang is not there, but I think the comics, some of the comics are pretty good, you know.
By the way, I
Really?
gotta pay.
You guys are funny, but who the fuck?
I gotta pay a
Because
compliment, dude.
I had
'cause-
this. Delicia's funny as shit.
I was at the mic on Monday, and there were some new guys out of Mobile who were really funny.
Yeah.
Nobody knew from here but there was definitely some. Good
No,
guys
like
out of Mobile.
when we moved back, the new people that I was like, oh damn, was fucking you and Delicia.
fucking, I gotta say, like a
He pointed at
compliment.
Patrick for the
Pointed at Patrick,
listeners.
sorry, Patrick was new when I moved back from Oregon.
Dude, I'm gonna get this compliment out. That set you had Monday as the fucking funniest set I fucking seen all year.
Thank you.
He's talking to Zach.
Yeah,
Yeah. They know my voice.
yeah,
Sorry.
it was a good set, dude.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yours
you're
wasn't so hot.
I like how he interrupted me complimenting him to give you a compliment.
Yeah. That's typical.
Yeah, it's me, humble,
Yeah.
humble in the brain.
You start rubbing each other's shoulders soon.
I mean, I'm.
Can we?
not
Do it.
gonna-
We need a fourth.
You're
Yeah,
allowed.
Circle. I mean, everyone gets a rub.
No, we don't do that. We do lines. We always do it where somebody's left out and the other person doesn't have to work at all.
You're welcome to, as long as scabies don't bother you.
Someone has to watch and jerk off.
Yeah. Hey, man, we have an opening. We have an opening in the band you can watch. There was.
I was just fucking like it. That was more. It mostly what it was when me and Tony got back was half the time we went. You weren't there. You were gone. You know, it was like the people that we missed that we liked
Yeah.
hanging out with so much.
Where
like
was
you
that?
and Jake and fucking.
When you guys came back, I was gone.
Not yet, but pretty soon after.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hang portion of it definitely went downhill after COVID.
Yeah.
Well, what's different about it? Like,
We're not in the same bar. That's I think
Different
that,
bars.
I think
I
that,
do really miss the
That
fucking
place
back
was
porch.
magic. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
having done now like comedy and like dozens and dozens of venues, like it becomes more and more apparent what a magical little spot that was. Dude.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that place was like poison for me, but like in a good way, you know. Because I did like so many shows there, and would have a great time doing shows there. And then I would go out to like Mobile and do a show, and like I would just bomb, you know. And I was like, it's because I'm not home. That's what it felt like. I'm not comfortable
you need that
here.
home field advantage.
But now that I don't have a home when it comes to stand up comedy. I can kind of go anywhere and like
Yeah.
do the same thing, and it feels
No,
nice.
That is good because it was when we got out. I remember when I got out to Portland. I got out there 6 months before Tony, so I was like by myself,
Yeah.
doing shit. And I remember that like some of the fucking mics you go to, and you're just like, dude, this is a fucking like a pizza place that's like the size of this living room, and it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're like, yeah, we're having an open mic right here, and you're like, dude, I'm
Oof.
gonna get up here and talk about my wife's butthole. These fucking families eating pizza
Right.
and shit. Like,
It doesn't feel like what it's supposed to feel like a nightclub, you
right.
know?
And there were definitely spots out there that were like that, and it was really fun. There were a lot of like dark basement type bars that we went and did mics at, but
But they're like the open mics breaking into it. It's just there are a lot of bad ones.
well, I mean, you really just kind of there's so many you could go and kind of figure out which ones you like. And that's kind of what, by the time Tony got there, I had done them all, and I was like, these suck, these are good, these are hit or miss. you
Yeah,
know?
and y'all are also there for like probably a hard time to do the style of comedy that you guys do.
You know, it's funny, man. Everybody, this is so hard to believe. This was one of the hardest things for me, especially, and you guys, it'll be hard for you to believe too, because you know Tony. He's like one of the funniest fucking people on the planet, and he struggled more than me out there. And I think he was going. That was when. Do y'all remember that when Tony's hair was white?
Yeah.
And it, his skin was white, like it was like he was on that medication.
Yeah.
It had him like looking like a founding father. He was, and so, dude, that I think that was fucking with his confidence, but it was also fucking with like his style of comedy being presented in Portland. Because Tony,
And also, he probably didn't feel well. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he was probably not 100%.
I mean, he still murdered a lot out there. I'm not saying anything.
but still,
It was weird to me because like we would. There were multiple times we were both on a show and I had a better set than him, and it like upset me because I was like, he's fucking way funnier.
Right.
And I would be like mad at the audience. I'd be like, you guys are fucking retarded. Like,
he probably did it on purpose, make you feel good.
yeah, I don't think he's like that.
He's pretty confident.
Yeah, I don't think he's that sweet.
Tony wants to fucking kill, dude.
Yeah, dude,
I mean, and he is a killer. So.
And he did a lot. Again, I'm just
Right. No, but I hear what you're saying because, like, for us, obviously, when I started doing comedy 10 years ago, he was like the best.
Yeah.
You know, he was the guy who everyone, guys wanted to be him and girls wanted to be with. But he is he is the shit.
No, but when we started doing our own shit in Portland, that's when it
that's when it
took off for us. Like, not took off, but like, you know, we ran an open mic and we did a weekly live podcast, and dude, it was so much fun because we found a venue that liked us and didn't give a fuck, and they would throw people out that had a problem with us.
I've never had anyone thrown out. Actually, that's not
dude,
true.
Well, you didn't do shit in Portland, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I you know,
We had this heckler
I'm
bitch.
jealous.
She was on a video poker machine. You know, that's big out there. Like, people just sit in bars and just gamble all their money away.
Yeah.
And she started heckling us, and we started clowning on her about, you know,
Losing her money.
And then she, you know, starts saying that she was like Native American, and she's white as fuck.
So she lost her land too.
And Tony pulled out his thing. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm 1/16 Scratchahatchee. Shut the fuck up, bitch! Like, you ain't Native American." And we just got into it with her, and we're just sitting there like clowning on this lady, and she starts throwing shit at us.
Oh,
like,
tomahawks
empty
and
like
shit?
beer cans that she had by her fucking thing. And so yeah, the bartender, this big dude Chris, he just like took her, and he was like, "You gotta go." And it was just nice.
You need a big dude.
Yeah, he was a big
old boy,
big scary guy who thought we were funny, and so he just would be like, because, you know, Portland's a weird place.
Fucking dude, it's weird. Like those people that sit at those machines and just push that fucking button. You know, it's so severe that they like piss themselves. And like, there's videos of people just like fucking liquid dropping out of the bottom of their chair and shit.
Yeah, it's not. I don't understand how you get that addicted to like slot machines. They're so boring. Like, I've played them. It's like, this is boring.
You can't kill a
this
hooker.
is boring, and I'm losing
Like,
money.
what am I doing?
But it's
so
just
boring.
it's just boring enough for you to keep doing it.
But
you
like
know?
blackjack is boring compared to like poker, you know. But at least you're like doing something.
Yeah,
You've got
but
input.
with blackjack, you have to be at least like you have to think a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
All of it's
casino
boring to me.
games
It's
are
like,
the.
if I'm gonna fucking gamble, I'm gonna do something like fuck a hooker without a condom. You know? That's my idea of rolling the dice.
What's the payoff?
Is that fun?
What's the payoff?
I've never done that.
What's there to win?
Coming is the payoff, dude.
What do you win? You don't get a fucking STD. You win.
You win 3 months later. Whenever you're like,
You
I'm
win
in the
when
clear.
it doesn't burn when you pee. I don't know.
You win whenever it's not transmissible.
Or do you just mean what's the payoff of fucking without a condom?
Yeah,
Are you a fucking
with the
child?
hooker. With the hooker. That's
Well, I mean-
my point. Like, fucking,
Why are
I
you-
want to come
that's a
inside
weird
this
question.
hooker.
It's dangerous, like doing street cocaine.
Yeah, dude.
You know.
No, you're just living life on the.
It's like a little living on the edge, a little bit.
Dude, whenever we were in San Francisco, we saw someone that's selling street cocaine, like on those little bird scooter things, and I was like, I want to try. I want to see if I can do it. I want to see if I'll live. You know?
Yeah, did you try it?
No, I didn't do it. I did do coke whenever I was out there though.
Yeah.
Yeah, some friend of a friend had it.
It's always a friend of a fucking.
Dude, San
friend, isn't
Francisco was wild. I remember I went. It was a while back, like 2017, maybe 16. And you just walked to Golden Gate Park, and it's just like every drug you could fucking think of is offered to you within like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's like a festival.
It's it's wild. It's like Shakedown Street at Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's just like, as soon as you walk in, it's like, I got Molly, I got acid, I got mushrooms, I got weed, I got coke, I got heroin. You're like, oh, well, calm down, fellas.
I think they're on fire
Just
tonight.
weed and mushrooms for me.
It went
Give me
from
some of that acid.
I got coke, heroin,
a little bit
It's
of coke, just a little bit of coke.
yeah, just a little bit of coke. It's fun.
San Francisco. Yeah, like I think they're on fire over there right now.
Wait, is that white heroin? Let me just.
That's L.A.
LA,
like,
all right, yeah.
somewhere
But
around the
they're kinda
Palisades.
close.
I don't know where the Palisades are.
the Palisades,
The Palestine.
Palisade, California.
Palisades. I think it's like I don't know. I think it's like near L.A.
Yeah,
Do you know? Does anyone else know?
It's so Cali that you don't know.
I mean, I don't know anything. I don't know anything south of Central California.
I don't know anything south of South Central, man.
All I know is don't be a menace.
Yeah, man. Fucking.
It's a shame you guys don't edit.
Nah, fuck it. What?
Just kidding.
No, dude. This is a cool thing. This is the cool thing about us. You know, the listeners have to suffer as well. If we edit it, we might have a 45-minute podcast.
Yeah, all together for the last 3 years.
One episode.
Dude, we should do a supercut
I have thought about doing that.
every time I talk.
Yeah, but once thinking makes its way over to actually doing it, you kind of don't.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why we need a producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta get Logan back.
right, because he's free. Basically, we need child labor.
He was like the last few months before I left. Logan Brown.
He was an intern.
Well, you haven't been coming out to comedy, but he was doing comedy, and we
He's like
we invited him onto the podcast, and then basically had him become our producer, and he would edit and upload.
he was like
shit for
a
us.
19-year-old who started doing comedy, and we forced him to hang out with
Do
us.
some work for us.
Yeah,
Basically.
And we'll
Hey,
hang out with you.
Listen, you're getting paid in experience, man.
You made him offer, he fucking didn't refuse.
Yeah, and then eventually just didn't show up anymore.
Yeah.
Remember when he was late, and it turned out he was just waiting in his car outside because he wasn't sure if he should come in yet?
Yeah, he's a good little boy.
Yeah,
He's like, they're probably
kind.
having a good time. I'm not gonna bother them. It's like, we're waiting for you.
Yeah. Or we just,
Wasn't he at the wrong house or some shit? Just
No, that
this-
was Perk shit. In the wrong
okay.
house.
Lack of navigational skills.
Yeah.
Just somewhere lost.
You want to take a break?
I'm
what?
sure, Zach. I
Breaks.
mean,
A cigarette break, obviously.
Oh, okay.
This is a PBR cigarette smoking podcast.
yeah, used to
Yeah.
be. I mean, we used to just fucking,
Go
drink
inside,
and smoke.
yeah.
Yeah. But now it's just we're more
So
adults.
gay. Oh,
and
that's
official.
Yeah. Now
Just
we're on
more-
Percocet mostly.
Yeah.
Really?
Zofran.
Zofran.
Yes.
All right.
The smell and you're making you nauseous.
We'll be right back. And we're back.
That's me time.
Okay, so California's on fire.
Trying to tell y'all, just like fucking not long ago before the break. Fucking
California
place
is on fire.
How didn't want to listen to me?
I was the one who said it was L.A.
Yeah, I mean, I said California. I said, same. It's in the Palisades, the
Palestine.
whatever you call it.
The Palestinian states of California.
I guess that's what they get for supporting Palestine.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, man.
You heard it here first. The LA fires were caused by Israel, direct energy weapons. They're burning the Californians.
Yeah, man. And then there's a lot of people like, yeah, good, yeah. But then on the other side, it's like, well, they're just people are still having their houses burned down.
Yeah,
you know?
I wouldn't say it's good.
Yeah.
No,
But people, fucking, I guess they're like, oh, they got a lot of money. Yeah, good. I'm glad the fire's burning their houses.
It's moving at 3 football fields a minute.
I can't
I
outrun
will
that.
say, it might make real estate a little more affordable out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know if you've ever looked at how fucking stupid real estate is in California.
It's absurd.
No, it would just depress me.
Like, dude, this fucking apartment we're in would be like $3 million.
yeah.
And then be like, oh, you got to share it with this dog. It's a celebrity.
this homeless dog.
A celebrity dog.
Grumpy Cat is your landlord.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, dude, I wouldn't want to live. Same thing in New York, and not as bad as L.A., but I heard New York's the same way. Any high population area like that seems like rent's retarded.
I don't know. India seems like a very affordable place to live.
Yeah,
I heard that place is just like fucking.
yeah, dude.
Everything's
It's
covered
really
with shit.
cheap. It's really cheap. You can bathe, shit, wash your clothes, and get your drinking water all at the same place.
Yeah, the river, the one big river of human excrement and disposed.
What is
fucking-
it? The Ganges? Is that what? Is that
The one where they eat people floating down the river.
Even
That's
though
a
it's,
thing.
even though it's not geographically possible, that same river, I swear, runs
Fast
through
food?
Haiti.
That's the drive up fast food.
Oh shit, yeah, dude. I don't want to live in a foreign country at all. Any of them. Fuck them all,
Well,
dude.
Really?
Well,
dude?
you-
Fuck all
Well,
foreign
Here's
countries.
the thing.
To-
I feel like that's a very
Correct
I know
thing
you're-
to say?
No, I know you're being funny, but like that. There is this. I've noticed this thing with like a lot of people in the South that are more conservative leaning, where like if you start talking shit, they only bring up shitty countries.
Yeah.
Like, well, America's better than fucking Kuwait, and it's like, well, yeah, I mean, fucking what, you know? But it's like, have you been to like New Zealand or
I don't gotta.
you know, like Australia? Have you been to any of these other?
I have YouTube. I've been there.
I've seen the pictures. I ain't going over there.
Yeah.
I went to New Zealand and I was like, dude, this place is so much cooler than America.
So
I
you
mean, yeah.
immediately sold your fucking country out
but here's the thing.
for a foreign.
I don't have a country, man.
You don't.
I'm a citizen of
That's
Earth,
weird.
my friend.
I have a tattoo to prove it.
No, but it's like cool is the wrong word, because like culturally, especially globally, America kind of does own coolness in a sense. Like we kind of created with rock and roll and all kinds of shit. American culture really has a coolness to it that to other people in the world. I mean, that's one of the things we export is like, you know, the
Cool.
fucking music and that kind of shit, even though it's kind of corny a lot of times.
No, we're an entertainment country.
Yeah,
No.
we're the country of like entertainment and consumerism and all that.
That's why they call it
What was
Bollywood.
so cool about New Zealand was it was not any of that shit. Like I know JP would love it, dude.
Yeah, New Zealand looks tight. I
It's
want to go
just
there.
like a whole country of people who are like, "Hey, fucking relax, mate. You fucking relax." You know?
Yeah, they talk in that shitty accent though.
Yeah, that would be
Oh, it's
enough
great,
for
dude.
to disqualify. Like,
It's fucking hilarious, dude.
yeah.
The accent's great, and you just clown on them, and they make fun of your American accent.
Yeah.
And what's great is it's way easier to do their accent than it is for them to do yours.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time they try, they just sound like they're trying to do like a bad John Wayne impression.
yeah, people. I've noticed that people from other countries really suck at doing
They
American
can't. They'll be like,
accents.
"Howdy, partner," and you're like, "What? That's not how
Yeah,
we talk."
that's
at all,
like a
dude."
section of America that's
Yeah.
not even like everyone else in the country makes fun of them as well.
Right. But no, I just loved that it was like that. It was a very like a whole country of just this kind of laid back vibe, like, you know,
Yeah.
like even people with money didn't drive brand new fancy cars. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, yeah, dude, I got a fucking 10-year-old Toyota. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, you sold me on it. New Zealand's the best country on the planet.
No, that's my point is that I haven't been to that many countries outside of America. I'm not like I've been to New Zealand, Australia, and Jamaica. That's it.
And so
like-
America's like last on the list.
and Mexico. That counts, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it was cool. Like Australia, no,
Yeah.
fuck that place. Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah?
I mean it's cool. It's in there's cool shit. Obviously, nature.
Kangaroos and shit.
Yeah, there's all but-
Possums.
Most of the world's poisonous snakes.
Oh, dude, everything that will kill you, dude.
Yeah.
Spiders, snake.
Black
there's
people?
They don't have any of those, actually.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, they got rid of those.
Yeah, they have aborigines, and they push them way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or way in.
Yeah, way in, exactly.
Yeah.
It's into the desert.
Right.
They have that plant that if you touch it, it hurts so bad you'll kill yourself. You heard of that one?
Yeah, dude, I got stung by a fucking Australian bull ant, dude.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
You ever seen one?
They're like
They're
an inch
huge,
long.
dude. They're like an inch long. And,
Did it charge you?
And they're furry. They
You
have
guys-
like fur on them. They're so big that you can see.
That's a
Like, you know when
manly
you see
ant.
a big ass spider and you
See
can
their
the
eyes
fur
looking
on it?
around?
Yeah, dude, you can see the motherfucker. And so I saw it. We were setting up our tent, and I saw it. It was like walking on the fucking line, the tent line.
You set the scene. Like, where at are you setting up this tent? Like an open field?
We're at a camp, like a campground.
Okay.
In Australia.
Other
like
people?
yeah, there's
Okay.
like there's some other people.
Yeah, yeah,
It was the bull ant farm.
And so this fucking bug is crawling up the tent line, and I was like, dude, look at this ant, holy shit! And my buddy Paul, he had been to Australia
He'd
before.
seen him before,
He was
yeah.
he was a big nerd, and he was like, oh, dude, that's a bull. And right when he was saying it, I'm not shitting you, dude. The fucking ant jumped off the tent line.
You can jump.
They can jump.
Fuck that.
Like a motherfucker, dude. I thought it was flying. That's how far it jumped. I was like, what the fuck? And it jumped right on me and bit the shit out of my arm.
fuck,
Oh.
dude. It wanted
And
you.
it was like getting stung by a wasp.
Damn.
It was like not even like an ant bite. It was like
the
getting
initial
stung.
bite hurt. Like, you know how like you get bit by an ant, you don't really notice until it like swells up and
No,
like
it was like
itchy.
getting stung by a wasp. It was like I
Yeah.
felt it I was like, God damn. Fucking flicked it off. And then my
It just got away with it.
my sister and my friend Paul, they thought it was the funniest shit. I mean, it was funny. I was laughing eventually.
But then your shit started swelling up, right? And you
yeah,
just
I mean, it had like, and I was like, "Fuck what?" And he was like, "Oh, it's not poisonous. You'd be like, you'd be fine."
How big was the swelling?
It was like a fucking wasp bite or sting or something.
I don't know. The worst like bug bite I ever got.
I wasn't allergic. I wasn't like I puffed up or anything.
Yeah.
Right, but everybody else is having a good time. Now you're sitting there with this fucking painful arm.
Oh, yeah.
Just like,
Dude, we were not having a good time. We had like the worst fucking experience after another in Australia, dude. It was
yeah.
Yeah, my friend Paul, he's my brother-in-law now. I love him. He's married to my sister, but he bid on a car on eBay without reading the whole fucking description.
The fine print.
And I was the only one with enough money to buy it. So he gets this car because nobody else fucking wanted it because it was a piece of shit and it had all these problems. And he's like, "Dude, I got us a car for like $600."
Oh, that's a
And I was
steal.
like, "Oh, great, that's gonna be a good one." And
Filled with ants.
no shit, no, literally, the fucking we were in the car driving, and my sister's in the back seat, and she's like, "Oh my god." There's fucking ants. There's like a colony of ants living in the back seat, dude. She's
While
like,
you're going down the road?
Yeah, we're going down the road.
She's like, guys, and you look back and she's covered.
Crawling in her mouth. Yeah, so then like before I could even pull the car over, the car starts overheating.
Yeah.
Because the fucking had a crack in the radiator, which was disclosed.
God.
My brother-in-law just did not,
Yeah. Minor detail.
And so like we were like the whole point was we were going backpacking, we were traveling up the coast, and so then we have to travel in this car with a busted radiator, and so the car it topped out at about 35-40 miles an hour. And I'm not joking at all, dude.
How much is that in kilometers?
Yeah. How fat is
50K.
Matt?
50K was about it,
all right.
dude. And people were so mad. But here's the thing: we had to pull over depending on how hot it was, every hour and a half to 2 hours, we had to pull over.
You have to fill it up every time?
Fill it up with water.
Jesus.
And fucking coolant and just sit there and wait. Yeah, dude, it's funny. My brother-in-law is a photographer, and he has like fucking a whole roll of film of us just like on the side of the road, like smoking weed, waiting for the car to cool down, And so eventually I figured out, I was like, we got to travel at night. Because it's like fucking 30 degrees hotter in the daytime.
It takes forever for an overheated car to cool down too. Like I had a car with that problem. It would take like 3 hours to get like
especially when it's
cold
fucking
enough to touch.
100-degree Australia summer.
Right.
So there were. I mean, dude, there's just hours of us sitting on the side of the road.
Yeah, so the pictures probably start off, you're actually posing for the camera, but then as time goes on, you're just looking defeated.
Oh yeah,
and
we just
covered in
miserable.
sweat.
We're just like laying like.
Yeah, this is our trip to Australia. By the end of it, everybody's depressed.
Yeah, so it was a rough, like, causing traffic, people getting angry, and
"Ay, crikey, mate,"
so
or whatever they say.
So yeah, we started driving at night, and at night we could go almost 3 hours without stopping.
Wow.
But you're only traveling,
But that was big.
35 miles an hour, so you're not really getting very fucking far.
Anywhere in Australia is like a 14-hour drive away, right? Like there's like 4 places.
Nah, I mean it's big cities, sure, but there's little towns just like anywhere.
Villages or whatever
How
they
long
have.
did you spend in Australia?
I was there 4 months.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
that's good stuff.
What was the other country you said you went to?
New Zealand? I was there 6
You said
months.
New Zealand, you said Australia. Mexico.
Jamaica.
Mexico and Jamaica, yeah.
Let's go with Mexico. I like that one better.
Dude,
than
I don't.
Jamaica.
Okay, so it's funny. Mexico, I've only technically been in Mexico because we were loading watermelons in South Texas,
Okay.
and like some of the fields were across the border, but the guy owned all the land, so you just could just go over there and so I ate tacos over there, but I mean, I didn't
Was it
go
any-
to Mexico.
Yeah, was it any better? You went over there to eat those tacos? Fucking.
I mean, they were good, but I grew up working on watermelon farms, so I was always eating
Tacos all the
homemade
time,
Mexican food
yeah.
by like authentic Mexican people. So
Yeah.
like,
Your coworkers would make you authentic food.
dude, what would happen is like the crew most of the time, somebody in the crew, their sister or aunt or something would cook for all the workers.
Oh,
And so
nice.
they'd show up every day and they'd start cooking. Dude, I'm talking like like homemade. Like she'd sit there and make homemade tortillas. She'd start making tortillas like 9:30 in the morning and just have them filling up like a fucking little steam thing.
Yeah.
And and yeah, so it's funny because none of the other white people would eat the Mexican food because you're in the country. These are like
right,
backwards.
They don't trust it. Like I'm not eating dog or some shit.
That. They called it the roach coach. Oh, here come the roach coach. I can't believe you're gonna eat that shit, man. And
I've heard roach coach. What is that? What does that mean?
It's a derogatory term for like a traveling food vendor that is of a foreign descent.
Okay.
Yep. It's
You ever have menudo?
What's that? I've heard the
It's a
band.
Mexican soup.
Yeah. You never eaten the band Menudo?
The boy band from the 80s, Menudo.
No, it's a Mexican soup made with tripe.
No, I don't
What
think
is
I've had
tripe?
that.
It's
Tripe is
cow
fish.
stomachs.
Cow
Oh.
tongue, right?
Cow stomach.
Oh,
Yeah, tripe. Yeah.
But
Lingo-
I
lingo
fucking
is
love
tongue,
it,
that's
dude.
right.
When I was in California, I got like addicted to that stuff.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's like
Isn't
pho,
there a King
but
of the
it's
Hill?
Mexican pho.
Isn't there a King of the Hill episode where Bobby gets addicted to tripe and he gets gout?
He gets
Yeah.
addicted to organ meats at the deli.
it was
Yeah.
liver.
Yeah.
Liver.
Yeah, chicken liver, chopped chicken liver.
Chicken liver's good for you.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
Probably
It is-
small-
it is good for you,
organ
but not
meat-
if you eat it for every
yeah.
meal.
No,
Well-
yeah, but organ meat's good for you.
I didn't know. I get all my information from fucking like cartoons and shit. King of the Hill. So
Who was that? Who was that Oregon Liver King? Liver King, you remember him? He was
Oh, yeah, I remember Liver
I don't
King.
do steroids, and he obviously did
Dude,
steroids.
he was on all. He was spending like $50,000 a month on steroids.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is this? What
Yeah.
is this?
It was a guy
Big-
called the Liver King.
He's a big
and
buff
he was,
old guy.
He was like one of these like alpha male, like
Only
how
ate-
to be an alpha male kind of guys on YouTube.
Like only ate organ meat.
Yeah, and he's like super jacked, and he's telling people just do my workouts and eat liver, and he would sell liver. Like he sold all like these organ meats,
the liver salesman?
and he got huge. And then it came out that he was on steroids, and he had this weird apology where he's like,
Well,
I
'cause
just
we're so-
want to inspire people. I just
Because for so long he was
you can look like me.
denying.
I just needed steroids. Like,
Well, dude, that's what's funny, man, is how much regular people don't know how common fucking steroid use is. Like when I was in high school, I worked at a gym, and I worked there like out of high school too, and so like I was around, fucking meatheads and bodybuilders and all these dudes.
Yeah.
And
Did you
it's
witness some steroid
Oh,
use?
dude, all kind of steroid abuse, like all openly, like
Oh,
just
man.
like in like
Dudes
talking
shooting
about
each
it.
other up and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the butt.
Yeah, giving each other shots. Like go walk in the locker room, you're like, "Whoa, hey boys!"
Yeah.
Like,
Sharing
keep this shit
needles.
private,
It's like that scene.
sharing needles.
That's where the AIDS came from.
It's like that. It's like that.
you
that,
can catch some of my gains if you use my needles.
that scene in Fear and Loathing where the guy walks into the bathroom and they're sharing like LSD.
The LSD spilled on his
Yeah,
shirt
and
sleeve.
they're licking each other. It's like you walk into you walk in the bathrooms and you're scared every time someone comes
Yeah,
in.
like, oh, this fucking.
Did you ever like witness like a roid rage event where
dude.
somebody?
Well, I was like friends with dudes that were on steroids, and I would see them like lose their shit out at some party and get in a fight, and people would be like, "Dude, what's wrong with?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, don't ask him. I'll tell you that much. Don't fucking ask him about it. I'm not."
Excuse me, sir. What's wrong with
Yeah.
you?
So roid rage is real.
Oh yeah, dude.
Do they? Does it happen in traffic? So not only do they have fucking
Yeah,
road
there's
rage,
road
Dude,
rage,
anything
there's also
anything that'll like
Combine the
anything,
two?
Jeez.
anything that'll irritate you. Like, dude, I was.
Guys fighting with
No,
cars.
No, dude, I was helping this guy move. He worked at the gym, and he was like a bodybuilder kind of dude. And we were helping him move, and he got angry trying to unload his dryer. And we had a flatbed trailer with a shit on it. And, dude, he just, like, hulked it, just picked it up and, like, threw it on the street, and it just smashed it. And I was like...
a perfectly good dryer.
I was like, "Nah, now you're gonna buy a new dryer, you fucking idiot."
is it worth it? That is crazy.
but he could lift it up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like, oh, that's cool. All the women here that aren't here are very impressed.
Yeah. Well, actually, they're pissed off. It's like, how am I going to do laundry now?
I've always heard that steroids shrink your dick and balls.
Yeah.
Which seems like, why would you want to be huge and have a tiny dick and balls?
here's
like
what it is.
they look
Exercise.
extra small
Here's what
compared
happens.
to your body
Here's
size.
what happens.
Okay.
This is the science. Or,
Oh, this
Sort of.
is the science episode.
yeah, now it's the science.
Hold on. Sound cue.
Science.
Fill us in, buddy.
So the testicles do shrink.
Aha.
But what it is what happens is when they get off the cycle, it fucks your natural testosterone production. So what happens is when you get off the cycle of steroids, your natural testosterone gets really low, and like that. When your testosterone's low, your dick will be in a more shriveled state.
You just turn into like a pudgy bitch.
Like if you get your body working right again, it'll fucking.
It's just harder to pump blood into it.
Yeah, like it's it's like frightened turtle stage kind of cold weather. That's like
Defenseless little.
like a low testosterone.
Like doing
kinda.
cocaine at the North Pole.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
I was pissing outside the other night, and fucking my dick shriveled up like so much that it was like pointing straight forward, and I was like pissing in a straight line against the thing I was pissing on. It was like bouncing back on me. I'm trying to like reach down to like adjust it, but I had to reach like so far down that I fucking almost pulled like a shoulder blade. And I had to take ibuprofen.
Do you guys?
You ever do LSD and take a piss and your dick looks small and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you
I
get-
know, like my dick's not huge, but it's not this small. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Get scared.
I try not to like look at my genitals when I'm tripping.
Dude, me too.
It's
I
probably
can't
good
look at myself
idea.
at all. You know.
Yeah,
I like mirrors.
yeah. Mirrors are
but-
fun, but like I don't look at my dick and balls.
That's probably smart.
Yeah.
I don't like looking at
Dude,
anything.
I've been tripping wrong. I just stare at my dick and balls.
I don't like doing psychedelics with Patrick. He's like,
That's weird,
he's
dude.
like, well, yours looks normal. Why does mine look so weird?
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, Jamaica.
What? Oh, dude,
Jamaica.
that was like I was a fucking 15 family. Like my dad, fucking. I think he won because we never did anything like that. I swear he must have won a trip to Jamaica because like that was not a thing. Our family never did anything like that before or after.
Was he a smoker?
Bob
No.
Marley fan?
Oh, Camel Buck. So
No,
I was all thinking-
that's my parents were like fucking Southern Baptist conservative. It was weird. That's why I think he just won something. 'Cause it was like if you just wanted,
It wouldn't
to go,
be the
like,
first place
Well, yeah,
they-
you go somewhere in
yeah.
the Caribbean. There's so many like options that aren't like the fucking weed, And yeah, and so like that was just like we were staying at some fucking resort.
I heard that's the best place to stay at.
Well, dude, like
I heard that's the only places you can
for a
stay at.
15-year-old boy who was able to drink like just fucking whatever you wanted.
Yeah?
It was all inclusive, so like you didn't have to pay for anything, and they didn't card you.
Oh.
So it was just kind of like you just eat and drink whatever the fuck you wanted.
This is before you smoked weed, so you didn't really know about.
Yeah, well, I did. I mean, I knew.
So you're an
I
alcoholic.
knew about Jamaica. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew.
Before you were like a weed druggie. or
No,
you're drinking heavy.
I had never really. I remember I had not really drank much.
Oh, okay.
But it was like me and my sister figured out that they would serve us alcohol. Like we were out by the pool, and we just were like, "Oh, let's get a
Getting drunk.
daiquiri. See if they'll give it."
Yeah.
And
She
then
and your
they did.
sister toasted.
Yeah, and it was like we just got out there. Well, she was older, so she kind of like after like a drink, she was like, "Okay, we don't need to like we're gonna have to see mom and dad later." And I'm 15, so I'm just
How
like,
come
"Give me
da-
another one."
How come daiquiris are such a an underage drink? Like
it's
It's sweet.
yeah.
it's fucking it's a dessert, dude.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever had one.
It's a slushy.
Because I mean, here's the thing, dude. The reality is alcohol tastes like shit and it's poison, and so like you don't realize that once you get older. But when you're young, like I don't know if you remember the first time you tasted liquor.
I liked
And you're
it.
like, what is this fire garbage
Yeah.
in my mouth?
Oh,
This is-
dude! First time I had vodka, it tasted like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
just like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
even
getting
now.
more
It's,
of
it's
it.
hard to drink a shot of anything.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
well,
dude.
especially when it's well whiskey.
Well, it's not good whiskey. It's well whiskey.
Kentucky gentleman.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
I remember getting shit faced on like my first time drinking vodka. Fucking,
Yeah.
I was at a friend's house and they drove me home and just like left me at the front stairs of my trailer where I live, and I had my like pants around my ankles, just vomiting on
He
the
raped
fucking-
you?
dude, I did get raped.
What?
Jamaica, Bermuda.
Ooh, I wanna take it from behind.
No, I mean, no, I got raped by a woman. I mean, Jesus Christ. come on.
They can peg you.
You did?
Yeah.
Boo hoo! No, what, like was it serious?
No, I mean, I didn't care. She was.
Oh, okay.
But I was-
I forgot that we should actually maybe check in first before we start.
Before what?
Starts crying.
Yeah, it's actually pretty traumatic.
Oh, what did you
No,
ride
dude,
you? Oh.
we were. I was visiting some friends in North Carolina, and we were at like a like a cabin somebody had rented out, like out in the mountains. And there were these girls there. We were all there because my buddy was dating one of them, and so we were all drinking, and I got fucking drunk and stoned, and I just went and passed out. And there was like a room that had 3 beds in it, So I just went to an empty bed and passed out.
That's where the rape happened.
And so I wake up, and there's some chick on like riding my dick, like I'm like asleep, like face my back, and I wake up, and there's this girl. Riding me.
No consent.
And, and I'm just, fucking 19. I was like, fuck, sweet. This is great. So I just kind of went with it. And so then, like, we finish, and we're sitting there, laying there, and I'm, like, passing back out.
You're like, who are you?
And she's, like, called me a different name, like, Brian or something. And I was like, what? And I was like, what? And I just fucking kind of passed out.
Brian's her dad's name or some shit?
And so I wake up in the morning. First, I'll wake up in the morning and, like, she's fucking, everyone's acting weird. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? So I come out, and my buddy's like, dude, what happened last night? I was like, I don't know. I was fucking passed out. I woke up, this chick was on top of me, and I just kind of went with it, And he's like, yeah, she thought you were her boyfriend.
Oh.
And I was like, her boyfriend that's fucking like 8 hours away from here?
Well, she was drunk.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But, so of course. So she has
we had sex. Of course she was drunk.
Yeah, right? She raped me. Of course she was drunk. But, so anyway, so they, like, at first it was like, they were trying to make out like I did something wrong. And I was like, dude, I was literally trying to go be alone and fucking pass out.
Yeah, just because I'm covered with blood doesn't mean I did anything wrong.
Yeah, just because I blew like 4 loads in this girl doesn't mean...
Did you finish inside of her?
I think so. But...
19? Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
you finished inside of her.
This is awesome.
So the like what saved me was that my buddy who was dating one of the girls, he was in the room with that girl. They were in there in one of the other beds, and they witnessed the whole thing.
Okay.
So they witnessed what actually happened.
Right.
So they were able...
He corroborated you.
Yeah, they both came out, and they were like, whoa, what's going on? Because they were, like, waking up later. And, like, and they were like, no. This is exactly what happened.
Oh, good.
We were in there. And, yeah, and I was like, dude, am I about to get fucking...
Yeah.
Like, how you going to get raped and then get called a rapist?
Dude,
Like,
it's good you had witnesses.
no shit.
And also, like, you're a guy, so they're gonna believe the other side of the story. Typically.
Yeah, typically. Yeah. That in that case, yeah, it's like, who's going to believe that? And you're like, dude, I like literally, I was the, when you're that person at the party, I was the first one out. I was the one that was like, I'm fucked up. I'm going to bed. That kind of thing.
That's always the one that gets raped.
Yeah. And then I got raped.
And they say, don't fall asleep with your shoes on because you will get raped.
Oh, well, that story actually had a happy ending,
I don't know about for her.
I mean,
what?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is on her, but like, still, that sucks.
She got to rape and she got away with it, basically.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, you weren't upset about it.
exactly.
I mean, she was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
What if she wasn't? What if you woke up and she wasn't cute?
Might have been different, honestly.
She would have been in jail.
might have pressed charges.
Fucking witness testimony.
That's so true.
It is, dude.
Yeah, it is. Definitely is. Yeah, man, you're lucky to not be in prison still.
Still.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, dude? Things could have gone horribly wrong. And you were 19, so how long ago was that? Like 55 years ago?
Well, we know one thing. He was smoking weed then.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you ended up in that situation, which is actually a win, I guess, but not like it's 50-50 from like a morality standpoint. You still got raped by another human being.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I definitely, it wasn't.
This is the rape episode.
Weed's the gateway to rape, dude. That's basically how it plays out.
Don't call it that, please, Patrick.
The rape episode.
I know.
Why would I do that?
No. You and titles, man. You and titles. Sometimes
You just title things whatever.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't listen to our
They have gotten better since the early days when they were just random strings of words.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
now they're more like it's related to the episode.
yeah, I calls them like I sees them. I think it's a pretty. I appreciate the democratic process here amongst y'all's opinions.
Yeah, but you kind of take an authoritarian process whenever we're not around.
Well, I am the one that uploads it.
Yeah, you
That's
do
true.
get you do get a little.
I got the 34% out of the
I
30.
mean,
that's
I
why-
name all our shit because I'm the one who does all the work.
That's why we never complain. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Tony
agree.
ever complain?
They're all
about
called
any
like
of that?
episode 72.
Well, that's on Patreon.
I don't watch it off Patreon.
All the free, I mean, all the regular free episodes have titles.
What podcast is it? Jonestown?
Oh yeah, by the way, Russell is the other half of
yeah.
Good Morning Jonestown, a hilarious
Yeah.
podcast.
We'll
you
put it in the
should check out.
description.
Yeah.
Good Morning Jonestown was definitely one of my favorite podcasts for a while.
I recently found out Jonestown's where
then
that
you'll stop
fucking
doing-
dude
you'll-
killed all those people.
You know,
with
Zach,
the
I
Kool-Aid.
know you're probably not on our Patreon, but
No, that's what I was
we've
for a
been-
while.
We've been putting out shit the whole time.
Yeah,
On there, yeah.
yeah. I'll subscribe again.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you can just
What made
do
you
a month for
unsubscribe, dude?
$1, and it's $1, so like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone subscribe to the Patreon for Good Morning Jonestown. Russell Douglas and Tony Burkett, probably the two funniest people to talk on a microphone and in a room secluded from other people. It gets. Isn't there an episode? And you can stop me if you don't want to talk about it or if I'm wrong.
No.
But isn't there an episode that if you pay like a crazy amount of money, that it's just y'all shitting on everybody?
Oh yeah, there is the NDA.
Oh yeah, the Blackmail Society.
Yeah.
The Blackmail Society is a tier on our Patreon that's $999 a month, and there's episodes of us just shitting on people by name.
Yeah.
Saying every word that you're not supposed to say. Like every word that you're not supposed to say.
You guys
We
used to
get it.
shit on people by name in the regular Patreon episodes a lot more, and I missed that. I will say
Yeah.
that.
Well, you know, I guess we didn't realize that it was getting back to people. Because like all of a sudden Compton hates me and Tony's guts.
Yeah.
So he's a subscriber.
And so I was like, we must have listened to the show because we're all, that's the only place we've ever really talked shit
Is that
about.
post or pre-arm? Like Compton?
Oh, dude, we went on the funniest fucking tear. We didn't put it on the free. It's on a Patreon episode, I think, where when we found out about his arm because we were living in Portland. And so we just immediately, I was like, do you think?
Does he wear a kilt on his arm now?
Hey,
I'm pretty proud of it. I had one of my.
This is not on the Patreon, by the way. We don't have a Patreon.
I don't
so.
give a fuck, dude.
Okay,
Nobody,
cool.
I don't care. People can hate me if they want. I don't give a shit.
Nobody listens to this show.
No, I said, do you think it got the chip off his or do you think that's still on the other shoulder?
He still has both shoulders.
Yeah, and then we just talked about all the accessories how he was gonna accessorize his nub and shit. And I was like, he's got a joke about like what's the sound of one hand clapping.
I think you're right.
I'm pretty sure he does.
I think
Of course he does.
I've seen him.
He's also still doing the same 5 jokes he came up with 8 years
Yeah,
ago.
dude.
Yeah, but now he's holding the microphone with the other hand.
Well, he has to.
I think the funniest thing he could do would just be to get a microphone attachment. Like a mic holder arm.
Oh yeah, dude.
Instead of a hook.
Like
Yeah.
like it's like a hook, but instead it just holds a mic.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, a little clamp on the end. Extendable. Like you can extend it if you want
That
to.
would
like,
actually be funny if it was a mic
No,
stand.
dude. Yeah, like that's what we just like sat around like what
He
what
humps
kind of-
it.
What's the next like? Is he gonna wear a cape?
It's
We
a
called
stool.
it before we even saw it.
True.
Before we even saw it, we were clowning on him, and Tony's like, that motherfucker wears a cape. And dude, it was like a month later, we saw a post, and he was doing a fucking set wearing a cape. And I was like, look, dude, you called it. Look at this. He's got a fucking cape on. He's got a fanny pack full of essential oils. He's fucking... He's like an Instagram hippie who's ready to fight you at a fucking moment's notice, dude. It's like the most bizarre... contrast of a human being.
Dude,
like, peace, love, and unity, brother. I'll fucking choke you,
Yeah. You know what we should do? Man, this is so much fun. But we should do like a fucking... You know how back in the day, like 2 shows would have an episode where it was like a super group of those shows. Yeah, we should do that for Good Morning.
Yeah, we already talked about. We
Yeah,
gotta do
and
that
Wise
with
Man, yeah.
all 5 of us. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
We'll have to do it at my house.
Weren't we talking about that literally yesterday?
We'd have to,
need
a
more
place with more
inputs.
mics. You know, JP fucking invited Russell and Tony to come on. Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah.
Have 5 people to 4
Yeah, I forgot
mics.
we only have 4 input things.
Mm-hmm.
I figure Tony and
We could
Russell
probably get a
just share
splitter or something.
A splitter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just not do it on ours.
I mean, you know, I will say this. I think I only have 5 microphones, so I would still be like maxed out on mics if all 5 of us got to.
You don't
I
want
bring
more
my
than
own.
5 on a podcast anyway.
Nah, you don't want more than 5.
You don't even want 5 on a podcast, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that could be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would work in this case because you guys are so used to working together, and me and Tony are so used to, you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of it's just about knowing how to like leave space for other people, and
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like not step on jokes. And
a lot of the
shit like
early
that.
days there was a lot of
Talking over each other.
A lot of it.
A lot of what?
It's bad.
Yeah.
Remember when we weren't even recording with microphones? We were just recording on the phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Those
Primitive.
first like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, were those released?
I think we released
one.
We released 1 or 2.
One. Yeah, because they were just so fucking haphazardly fucking done.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the live podcast? It's on the Patreon. There's a bunch of them on there, but the one
Really
with
plugging his Patreon.
that one with that Amber chick. She was like a Portland comic.
I think I did watch that one.
It's bad.
Or I
can't-
listened to it. Like I
can't
said,
even
I-
watch it. I feel so bad watching it, but like,
Did y'all make fun of her a lot?
yeah, like I just went off on her, dude. She came on and she was like trying to she was trying to try us. Like she came on our show and she was like trying to clown on us and shit. Like, and like not in a fun way. Like she was just trying to fuck with us, and I was like, dude.
Right.
And
No,
then-
because when you're on the show, you're part of the show. You're on
Yeah.
their side.
yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. So anything y'all make fun of,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like we all know each other. We might like throw a joke you know what I mean?
No,
But it's
yeah,
like, we're not
absolutely.
gonna come on here and just be like,
shitty to each other.
yeah, like I wouldn't come on here and be like, man, you guys are fun. You know, it's like no, dude.
Right.
I wouldn't know
wouldn't
how to
be on here if I didn't like you guys. First of all,
Thank you. Thank you. You hear that, guys? People like us, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I love
that's
all.
true.
I love all 3 of these guys. I don't know
Who's your
Patrick as
favorite?
well, but I like him.
Who's your
Yeah.
favorite?
Oh man,
To be
how you
honest.
gonna put me on the spot like that?
This would be a great way to end the episode. And our relationships. Nah, you don't have to say, but I know it's me.
I have known you the longest
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
of everyone here.
Right.
I think you two are like the first comedians I met, like on the scene because I was at the Stanhope show.
Oh wait, this
Like
is
when I
the
started.
this is the reminiscing podcast episode.
Yeah, no, I remember meeting you in Mobile.
Yeah, Alchemy Tavern.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you told me about Back Porch.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Really?
Do you remember that night? I rode with you and Tony, or you drove, obviously. but we rode together out there to see the Stanhope show. And I got drunk and couldn't stop throwing up in the bathroom before we left.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. And I was like, we'll wait as long as we need to because you were not throwing up in my fucking car.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
Dude, I think I was 19. They made me put X's on my hands. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I'm at the Stanhope show, not drinking with fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That show was special.
It's funny how it's. No, I can totally relate, but it's funny how much more important that shit seems when you're not 21 yet.
Yeah.
And then once you are, you're like, I don't even fucking care if I'm drinking. Like, who gives a shit?
It just
I wish I had
felt-
X's on my hands that night.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah. I mean, what you were drinking at
Did
the house
Pfeiffer-
before you
was,
left.
Was it Pfeiffer? Who else? Somebody else rode with us.
Maybe. I don't know. I thought it was just 3.
Oh, maybe it was just the 3 of us.
Yeah, man.
There was another time, I guess, I'm thinking, when we rode over to Mobile, and it was like me, you, Pfeiffer, and fucking Joey Livingston. You remember that?
Joey Livingston. Oh, yeah, that guy.
What
Remember
happened
that
to him?
motherfucker? Oh,
Is he still around?
Yeah, he's doing all his Christian shit.
Okay.
Yeah?
Did you ever
What?
do it? You did his show. We
I
did
d-
it.
yeah.
Did we do it together?
I did a show a few times.
Yeah, because I think we were on one together.
Was he the guy who had the show that had like
Me, you,
like
and Kirby, right? Didn't we do one?
Kirby. I don't remember Kirby being there.
Oh,
but
maybe
maybe
not.
Tony.
Yeah.
was that the show that had like it was set up like it was like a newsroom, like it had like
Not a newsroom.
I remember
It was-
this early
it was like a TV set.
It's like a
Yeah.
TV talk show.
yeah.
Yeah, and they had like
Man, that was
'cause
weird
it was
as
like,
fuck.
It was set up. They did some church like YouTube channel shit there, and so
Yeah, the guy. Everyone called the guy Dad. So I don't know. I don't want to know if I want to call it church. You know,
Yeah,
it's
no,
more
it
like
was-
culty.
It felt culty as fuck. Dude.
Yeah.
It did.
Was there
I
a lot
remember
of
I didn't
robes?
drink the water. Like they were like, oh, we got water. You know, like they had like one of those water kegs, like you have for kids playing soccer.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I brought my own. I'm good.
Damn.
I was like, I ain't drinking y'all's water, dude.
Quite literally, don't drink the water.
I don't know what. Y'all seem a little too happy in here.
Yeah, it was strange.
They're all
No,
calling
dude,
him
he had me-
Daddy.
He had me fucking. I was on there like 3
Not
times.
Daddy, just father and shit.
He got me to play music on there, and that was a fucking nightmare, dude. Like I didn't want to do it, and he was like, "Come on, man."
Okay.
And so I I did like a modular synth fucking set, yeah. And it was terrible. It was like the sound was fucked up, and they didn't know what they were doing. And I was like trying to help the sound guy. It was a nightmare. Dude.
So so this was a mic at like a compound somewhere.
It wasn't a mic.
It wasn't. It was like a talk show.
It was a talk show.
Yeah,
Okay.
they
like a
fil-
YouTube.
Okay.
The quality of they had cameras, they had camera gear and
it
shit.
was high quality. Like they
Yeah.
had a fucking like
But just poorly
like a-
staffed,
like a
basically.
audio booth with a mixing board.
Just
and-
fucking weird, man.
Oh, their church, like you run into that a lot with church people. Like they'll have all this nice equipment and they barely know how to fucking use it.
They end every sentence with "Praise God," and then you have to.
And then it was
pick up-
funny because he'd have comics come in there. Like I was on there with Kirby once, and it was like it was bad. Like me and Kirby just started because
Yeah, Kirby on that kind of shit.
told me and Kirby not to say fuck.
But-
and it's
Yeah.
like, dude, this is fucking awkward. This is like,
That talking about church people reminded me of the youth group leader when I was a kid. He'd always play guitar and sing. And I mean, he had a personality, but he wasn't a good musician. But he was always bragging about being a guitarist. And he always had like a dozen guitar picks in his pocket. You know those guys?
Oh, one of those
He's like,
guys.
every real guitarist just has guitar picks. And I found that so annoying that I learned to play fingerstyle guitar.
Yeah,
I never have a pick anymore.
Any real guitarist could play without a pick. How about that,
yeah.
motherfucker?
it's like those drummers that like, I have a tuning key on my keychain for
Real
my car
drummers.
keys, and it's like, why, dude?
Real drummers don't use.
He would also-
sticks.
he would
You
also-
gotta tune somebody else's snare up. Like, what the fuck do you need that?
He would also break a guitar string like every single show. I'm like, either you play with shit strings or you don't know how to fucking use a guitar pick. Like, I break a guitar string once a year, like when they're rusty and old and they need to be replaced. Like,
Yeah, not that often. Not
Yeah.
once a show.
Or if you're fucking like, playing just like the shit out of something.
there's no reason to break a string.
No, I
like,
mean, I've never broken a guitar.
But what
string.
if you
heavy
like,
metal
get really
guitarists
into
are
it?
not out here breaking strings. Like,
Only while tuning a guitar have I ever broken
yeah,
a string.
exactly. Yeah.
Damn, I've never owned an instrument.
Wow.
Never had an
That's
instrument.
why you're dressed
You can-
like that.
got him.
Hey, what would you say about being on the show and shitting on people, okay? No, it's cool. I think I made fun of his wardrobe last episode.
Yeah. It's a running theme.
No, it was more just that, like, out of the 4 of us, considering the 3 of us play music and you don't,
That makes sense. Yeah, y'all
kinda
all look like rebels, and I look like just some stiff.
You're the
that works
manager.
his 9 to
It's fine.
5.
You can be the manager.
Mr. Manager.
Yeah, or I just button in on the conversation. The manager they have to deal with busy work. Got to make sure everything's up to code.
Just make sure the merch is coming out.
Maybe he's the manager of our band.
Oh, do we have a band now? Is this the band episode?
Oh, jeez. This fucking episode has gone through a lot of stages thus far.
We need a drummer still.
Yeah,
Zach's pretty good on drums.
Boom, boom.
that's not proof.
Was that it?
I have a drum key on my keychain.
No, you can play. That's right. I've played. You've played.
I fiddle around. I haven't played drums in like over a
Played a
year.
fiddle. Oh,
You played them in my house. That wasn't that long ago, was it?
Maybe-
When you-
yeah,
when
well,
you and Aaron
I think
came over?
last time I played drums was at your house. Then, yeah.
so that's what y'all do. Y'all get together and try
Dude,
to play the instruments and
me and
simpatico.
JP
You've got
JP
a
jammed a little the other day.
You've got a
same
sick.
session.
Okay, everyone's talking over each other.
No, go ahead, Zach.
I guess everyone talks over each other.
Jesus.
I've got one joke throughout this whole fucking episode. That's what it's called.
Now, what were we gonna say, man? We all rudely interrupted you.
No, just see, you have a sick music room.
Oh, thanks. It's actually it's the whole living room now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's even better.
Yeah, it's way better.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Nice.
Yeah, it's in there where the piano is now, so it's all together.
Is it a grand piano?
No.
Oh.
How much does it cost?
It is a full upright.
No, that's cool.
How much did it cost? It didn't cost $1,000. How much did it cost?
The piano, dude. That's one of many like bad ex-wife stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
it cost the next wife.
Is it a free piano?
No. I had a free piano in my old house in East Hill, and it was dope. It was like over 100 years old. I just got it free off Craigslist. Paid someone to tune it, and she loved it. She doesn't play. I'm the fucking musician. And so when we bought this house and we moved back, she wanted the room. It is a room that the piano looks good in there. I mean, I'm not
It
gonna
does,
lie.
yeah.
She was like, I want us to have a piano. And I was like, all right. I was like, I gotta find us a piano. Fucking nothing. People want to get rid of them.
Yeah, 'cause
Clearly.
they're burdened.
Yeah,
Right.
there's a lot. So many times they'll be like, if you can come move it, you can have it.
Right.
Like, that's so, and it's like I got my dad's.
I moved a
country,
piano today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, it does suck. I've done it. But yeah. So anyway, she wanted a fucking brand. She wanted a new piano, and I was like, it was a whole thing.
You're like, fuck that, we're getting divorced.
Well, I was like, I want a fucking. I was like, if we're gonna pay a bunch of money for a fucking piano, I want a Steinway.
Golly.
Sounds
If we're
expensive.
gonna pay, I want a Steinway or at least I want a Yamaha, right? But that would have been a used, right?
Yeah.
So we went with this other brand that's like fucking Chinese or Korean or some shit because it was new and it would look.
It looks good.
Toshiba.
Aesthetically.
Yeah, and so like it's kind of one of those like it kind of irks me every time I look at it because I could be looking at a Steinway or a Yamaha, but instead I'm looking at
A little piece of a painful past just
Fucking
presiding in your
pearl.
your
Dude, you know what we
living
should
room.
do?
Yeah.
We should throw off the roof. That'd be fun.
Nah, it's worth money. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, like, for like
Onto your ex-wife.
for your soul, it's like that'd be a good. It'd be good. It'd be metaphorical.
yeah,
Yeah, metaphorical.
I just want to see something fall off a roof. Come on.
yeah. Well,
Let's get an old TV.
Patrick's easier to lift.
I do have an old. I do have an old TV. If you want to throw that off the roof, I have an old TV. Yeah.
Like a fucking
down.
like a cubed TV.
No, it's a flat screen.
Oh,
It just
okay.
fucking died.
Not as impressive. But
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like a 1979 wood paneled.
Actually, no, those are-
attached to a base.
those are worth money now.
Yeah.
Good luck getting that on a roof, dude.
Dude, I tried to like fit one of those into the back of a Mustang hatchback Mustang, and it was just way too big and didn't belong, and it like broke the fucking locking mechanism that closes the trunk. Yeah, that's the end of the story.
Dude, this whole time I thought you had a fucking earring.
Really?
But I think it's like a piece of your headphones is like dangling.
Oh yeah,
You see it? And it was like I couldn't see it all because it was like through your beard, but it just looked like you had this like dangling.
I hadn't noticed that.
I've
yeah.
I've never had somebody have that suspicion of me.
that you had an
You
earring.
look like you have an earring.
Now he's even not cooler.
What, is it on the right side too?
It is on your right ear.
That's the gay side.
Why do they call it the gay side? Because if you have a guy come up and suck on your left ear, it's not any less gay.
I think that wasn't that just some pre-internet like
Yeah, no.
80s 90s like
It was
you
a
know.
viral sensation
Was
before.
that not a real thing that one of the ears?
I don't know, but I know you didn't see straight dudes with them in their right ear.
There
Yeah.
it is. There it's a
But then
way
it was
to,
funny because like not long after that, everybody started piercing both ears. So I was like, well,
I think
just to be safe.
Yeah, you're
but
safe.
I guess
if-
you know,
Bisexuals.
so many of them are pansexuals and
I don't know.
poly. What?
When I was in
urethane.
when I was in France, like I was always riding horses, so I always had like a bandana and shit with me. And then I came to America. I remember someone who was like, "Oh, that means you're this kind of gay." And I was like, "What the fuck? A bandana in my back pocket means I'm a certain type of gay."
Like wearing it in your back pocket.
Yeah, like certain colors didn't
Colors.
like or mean.
I was like,
you're
yeah, 'cause,
oh,
like,
you're a bottom, you're a top.
I
you're
figured people were
fucking-
gonna be like, "Hey, you got to be careful with certain color bandanas in America because people
Well,
might think you're in a gang."
gang,
or funny
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, gang or gay.
but I
No,
never heard
no,
that.
apparently it's a gay thing. Like
Huh.
different
Gang
colors
bang.
are like an orange one means you suck cock.
Yeah,
a
there's all
fucking,
kind.
like-
It must be exhausting to be gay. They got like a whole secret
You always
thing.
gotta be
like,
getting
there's all
fucked
this-
in the ass.
That part sucks.
That's the most tiring part.
I think it's kind of cool because you got like this code, like,
Yeah, it's
like,
like
like a
a-
thieves code. You
Yeah,
know?
it's like they're in the Illuminati.
You're like
or
the
something,
worst
like
secret agent.
yeah. It's pretty good. It's good.
Would that come out? Some senator, somebody a while back got busted. Like they have some game where they'll like slide their foot under the fucking
Oh, the bathroom stalls.
bathroom stall
Senator?
or
Yeah.
something, and it's like if you tap their foot, it's like
Well, that makes sense. I mean, like 100%. I don't care who you are. That's gay as shit.
Tap someone's foot.
If you've never heard of a gay person, you'd be uncomfortable with that
Right.
scenario.
yeah.
Yeah, but it could be the beginning of a compromise on a future bill if
A
it happens
beautiful
at the
relationship.
fucking Capitol Hill.
What if he's sliding over something to you, like a note that says "I'm not gay," and then you tap his foot?
Oh shit! The audacity to just extend your leg into another fucking stall, not knowing who's on the other side. Fucking,
Yeah, that's brave.
you'd have to be gay to do that.
Yeah.
When y'all were in school, was there ever that one weird kid who would like look under the stalls and be like, "Are you taking a shit in there?"
Oh yeah, you pee on that kid.
Dude, I crushed that kid's fucking face to the ground.
Just pee on him. No, I'm peeing. See?
Or you shit on him.
Yeah,
Get off the toilet, turn around, and shit on his face.
dude.
That'll teach him a lesson.
Well, that's what we're shitting in the episode, I think.
What? Which? shitting?
Just Patrick saying something gross.
Yeah, no, I've kept it together. I haven't said anything too over the top. You know,
I gotta pee, so if you guys want to continue, then we can. But I gotta
Patrick, have you
pee.
ever done DMT?
have I ever? Yes,
I
have.
got DMP.
Yes. You want to take a break or fucking?
Just keep going while Zach
Because
pees.
Zach could have just stepped away and we could have
Zach, just
kept
pee
this
right here.
train going.
We're at an hour.
We're
and
all
20.
buddies.
Just go pee, dude.
Oh, are we? Well, we're having a good time, Zach. See, I think he overcomplicates things. That's why he's having such a tough life.
You guys want to do a double episode?
What does that mean?
That's 2 for the price of 1.
What do y'all have a time limit or something on how long you?
We usually do like an hour for YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, or we can just keep going. It doesn't really matter. Like, you know, is this too much of a strain? You know,
I guess, but then like sometimes we get that fucking error.
Oh, that's
So at least
true.
we'd have the one episode
Wait,
in the.
you get an error trying to upload anything longer than an hour?
No, this
No.
thing sometimes
It's
like
worse.
sometimes
Oh.
fucking it's like write error and then like the whole fucking thing is gone.
Yeah,
Is it writing it onto a card?
Yeah.
It's just a faulty, a problem with the fucking equipment. You know,
Well, dude, do you have a card reader here?
No. We'll probably go ahead and end it. Let Zach get back and sign off.
I was
you
gonna
know?
say I'd fucking pop it out and save it,
Yeah,
and then put it back in that way.
Yeah.
it's actually a good idea.
Because dude,
there.
we lost like in the early days, you know, computer crash, all kind of shit.
Y2K and shit.
And you know, I mean, dude, me and Tony have lost some funny shit, dude. It's been
That sucks. It's the worst when you lose a
worst
good one.
feeling, dude.
I feel like it's always like one of our best
we had a
episodes that
fucking
gets.
we had like a 3-hour day one day, and it was fucking like we were both crying,
Quick day.
and then like we
Yeah.
got, you know, I went to edit it the next day, and I was like, dude,
There's nothing here.
it's like no, it was like somehow the interface had switched from being recording through the microphones. It was
Yeah.
recording through the fucking input mic on the computer.
Oh.
So it was just fucking way too loud. You couldn't salvage it. It was
You hate to hear it, dude. Well, shit, Zach. We're just gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up.
It's funny.
I wanted to talk about
Thank you.
DMT, but it's okay.
we should start the
let's
next
end it.
episode with that.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
Oh,
I don't know.
Are-
I
are
don't
we
know if
doing a double
Russell. We're
episode?
kind of like just assuming Russell's going to stick around for another episode.
Are you
It's
down?
kind of impolite to the guest.
I mean, I'm cool.
All right, yeah, shit. Make this a 2-parter like JP suggested.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in. Tune in next time for the exciting conclusion of Wise Man Time.
it's going to be the last episode.